Okay, so are you feeling that pull? You know, that pull toward a fresh start as we head into fall?
Oh, yeah.
I totally get it. There's just something about this time of year, isn't there?
Right.
It just makes you want to hit the reset button. So today we're going to dive into this article. It's called 14 Ways to Reset Your Life for Fall.
Okay.
It's from the A Point of Light blog and was published on September 3rd, 2024.
Gotcha.
I think what drew me to this article, I don't know about you, but it's not just a list of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
It really taps into the energy of fall and how we can use that to, make some changes, some meaningful changes in our lives.
Yeah. It's interesting because we often think about new beginnings
Mm-hmm.
with the new year, right?
Of course, yeah.
Or even birthdays.
Yeah,
But, fall,
yeah,
with the leaves changing and the weather cooling down, that just feels like a natural time
it does.
to reflect and set new intentions.
Doesn't it? It really does feel like nature's giving us permission, to slow down and reassess. The article even mentions that crisp fall air can be energizing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
There's something about that first hint of autumn in the air
Mhm.
that makes you want to, I don't know, just take a deep breath and start
It's a
fresh.
deep breath and just, Yeah.
Yeah,
It is. It's more than a feeling, though.
that's
There's
right.
actually a psychological component to it.
Interesting.
Studies have shown that we're more likely to make changes when we associate them with a specific time or event.
Okay, yeah.
So, fall with its visual transformation and shift in our routines can act as that trigger,
Oh, okay.
helping us break out of old habits and embrace new ones.
That's fascinating. It's almost like we're hardwired.
Mm-hmm.
Our brains are wired to see fall as a time for change.
Right.
But hold on. Before we jump ahead to setting new goals or decluttering our closets,
Right.
the article emphasizes the importance of what?
Of taking stock
Taking stock.
of the year so far. This is a step that I think often gets overlooked.
Yeah.
We kind of rush into setting new goals without fully understanding why our previous attempts might have fallen short.
Oh, interesting.
But by reflecting on what worked, what didn't, and the reasons behind those outcomes,
Yeah,
we gain valuable insights that can inform our future actions.
that makes total sense. It's like doing a debrief,
Exactly.
after a project.
Yeah.
Identify areas for improvements so you can do better next time.
Exactly.
The article even provides, some journal prompts to guide this reflection process.
Mm.
One that I found insightful, I don't know if you saw this one, but it said, what lights you up lately and how can you experience more of that?
Oh, that's a good one.
It really gets you thinking about what truly brings you joy,
Does.
and how you can prioritize those things in your life.
Yeah, it's such a simple question, but it's powerful.
Mm.
It encourages us to shift our focus from what we feel obligated to do to what genuinely energizes us. And that shift in perspective can be a game changer when it comes to setting goals
Yeah,
that we'll actually stick to.
that's a great point. Speaking of goal setting, I feel like the article takes a slightly different approach
Right.
than what we typically expect.
It does. It's not just about creating a brand new list of goals.
Right.
It's about reassessing the goals we already have
Okay.
and asking ourselves if they still align with what we want.
This idea of adjusting goals really resonated with me.
Yeah.
The article even provides resources,
It does.
like links to articles on habit building, environment, and motivation if you are feeling stuck.
Yeah, if you're feeling lost.
They even mentioned something called the Big Goal Action Planner, which sounds kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You heard of that?
The Big Goal Action Planner is a great tool.
Okay, yeah.
It essentially breaks down large, overwhelming goals into smaller, manageable steps.
Oh, okay.
And this is crucial because one of the main reasons people struggle with goals is that they feel too daunting.
Right.
So by creating a step-by-step plan with clear milestones,
Yeah.
you make the goals seem less intimidating
Right.
and increase your chances of success.
That's really smart, and it ties into that idea of fall being a time for, gentler course correction.
Right.
You don't have to overhaul your entire life.
You don't.
You can just make small strategic adjustments
Exactly.
that lead to big changes over time.
Yeah.
But this fall reset, this is about more than just productivity and achieving goals, wouldn't you say?
It is. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating a sense of well-being
Right.
and creating a life that you actually enjoy, not just one that looks good on paper.
Right. And that reminds me of something else the article talked about, decluttering,
Oh, yeah.
It seems like such a simple thing.
Right?
I know for me, when my physical space is cluttered, my mind feels cluttered too.
Oh, for sure.
Do you feel that way?
Absolutely. There's a lot of research actually that supports that.
Really?
That visual clutter competes for our attention,
Okay.
leading to more stress, less focus, and, even feelings of overwhelm.
Wow, yeah.
It's not just about aesthetics.
Right.
It's about creating a space that supports, your mental well-being.
That makes so much sense. The article actually had this quote. It said, "Visual space creates mental space."
Oh, yeah.
And it really resonated with me.
It's a really powerful concept.
Mm-hmm.
I think, by decluttering our physical surroundings, we create that sense of order and calm
Right.
that kind of extends to our mental state as well.
That's interesting.
It's like clearing out the cobwebs, in our minds,
Yeah.
making space for new ideas and a fresh perspective.
And speaking of mental space, mindfulness, right?
Oh, yeah.
The article talks about the importance of that,
Yeah.
especially during the fall season.
Fall is mindfulness is such a valuable practice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think fall is the perfect backdrop for it.
Totally.
As the pace of life naturally slows down, we have this opportunity to kind of tune in to the present moment.
To appreciate the beauty of nature and savor those simple pleasures.
Yeah, I love that. It's about shifting our focus from doing to being.
Exactly.
And the article had some suggestions, about how to incorporate mindfulness into your routine, your fall routine, like taking walks,
Right.
appreciate the changing leaves, maybe taking a few moments each day to savor the smells and the sounds.
Yeah. Just be present.
Yeah, be present.
Those are all great ways to really ground yourself in the present moment
Mm.
and to connect with the natural world around you.
Yeah, there's something incredibly restorative, I think, about spending time in nature,
Oh, for sure.
especially this time of year.
Yeah, and there's studies that show that too.
Yeah.
That being in nature reduces stress, improves mood, and even boosts creativity.
Wow.
So it's not just about enjoying the scenery.
Yeah.
It's really about, actively benefiting from its positive effects.
So we've got decluttering, we've got mindfulness, and then the article talks about classic fall activities, reading, curling up on a chilly evening with a good book. I mean, that's
yeah.
that's quintessentially fall, wouldn't you say?
Quintessential fall. Yeah, absolutely. And it's more than just a cozy pastime.
Oh, okay.
Reading can be a powerful way to relax, to escape,
Mm-hmm.
expand your horizons. The article even had a fun little list of witchy books.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of a nice touch,
Uh-huh.
encouraging people to embrace the, magical side of fall.
Right?
Maybe explore a new genre.
Yeah. What stood out to you from that section?
I think for me, I love that it just encourages lifelong learning,
Right.
The article suggests things like taking a cooking class, learning an instrument, maybe trying painting, is like that, back to school,
Yeah.
but for adults.
It is.
I love that.
It's back to school for adults.
It captures that, excitement and possibility that comes with fall.
Yeah.
Reminds us that learning doesn't have to stop after we graduate, right? There's so many opportunities to explore new interests and challenge ourselves even as adults.
And speaking of new interests, the article talks about cozy fall decor. I have to admit, I'm a sucker for pumpkin spice and anything pumpkin.
Oh, who isn't?
I know, right? It's such a classic symbol of fall.
It really is. But it's more than pumpkins.
Okay.
It's about creating a warm and inviting atmosphere in your home that reflects the season.
Right.
Think plush blankets, scented candles, rich colors.
Yeah.
It's about transforming your space into a sanctuary where you can relax and recharge.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And there's something so satisfying about bringing the outdoors in,
all right.
whether it's through, incorporating fall foliage or just using warm, earthy tones in your decor.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not all about staying inside and getting cozy.
No.
The article also stresses the importance of getting outdoors,
Yes.
enjoying that crisp fall air.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fall's the perfect time to explore nature.
It really is.
Whether it's hiking through, a forest ablaze with color, apple orchards, or even just a simple stroll through your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with nature and appreciating its beauty
Yeah.
before winter sets in.
Before winter sets in.
Yeah.
The article had a whole section, and this I thought was so fun.
Yeah.
It was fall bucket list ideas.
Oh, yeah.
It had pumpkin carving, hay rides, visiting a corn maze.
Those are great.
I mean,
Yeah.
it really captured that sense of childlike wonder
Right.
that fall can evoke,
Fall is magical. Yeah. And that sense of wonder is important. I think it reminds us to, appreciate those simple things in life,
Right.
find joy in every day. But fall isn't just about fun and festivities.
Okay.
It's also a time for reflection and preparation.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the last point I think the article touched on, planning for the holidays.
See, now that does seem a bit early, but the article makes a good point.
It does.
It's a good time to start thinking about things, you know?
It is.
Holiday shopping,
Yeah.
planning gatherings, maybe even crafting some homemade gifts.
It's about being proactive
Yeah.
and reducing stress later on.
Right.
If you tackle these things now in small chunks,
Yeah.
you can create a more peaceful and enjoyable holiday season for yourself and your loved ones.
So it sounds like this fall reset is really about finding balance,
Come
wouldn't
on,
you say?
Jesus.
It's about embracing that cozy, introspective side of fall while also getting outdoors,
Yeah.
having fun,
Right.
and preparing for what's to come.
You've nailed it.
Yeah.
It's about aligning ourselves with those natural rhythms,
Mm-hmm.
of the season and using this time of transition to create a life that feels balanced,
Yeah.
intentional,
Yeah.
truly fulfilling.
It really is a holistic approach to embracing the season, isn't it?
It is.
But as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm just curious, what stood out to you as the most significant takeaway from the article?
That's a great question. It's a great question. I think for me, it goes back to that idea of fall as a time for release.
Okay.
Just like the trees let go of their leaves, we too can shed,
Yeah.
what no longer serves us.
What no longer serves us, okay.
It could be a habit, a belief, a relationship, anything that's weighing us down or holding us back.
Mm-hmm.
So if fall really is about letting go, what one thing are you ready to release from your life?
Wow, that's a powerful question to ponder.
Yeah.
I think we get so caught up, right? Adding things to our lives, new goals, new activities, new possessions.
Right.
We forget about letting go.
Yes.
But creating space is just as essential as filling it, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, creating balance.
Balance,
That
yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Nature goes through this cycle of, growth and dormancy. We too need those periods of letting go and renewal.
Right.
Fall's the perfect opportunity for that.
I love that. It's a reminder that change is a natural part of life. And sometimes letting go is the bravest, most empowering thing we can do.
It can be challenging,
Yeah.
but it's often in that space of letting go that we discover new possibilities
Yeah.
and create room for growth.
Well said. And I think that's a perfect note to end on.
It is.
If you're feeling inspired to, embrace this whole fall reset,
Yes.
maybe explore some of those witchy books or the bucket list ideas, be sure to check out the full article on the A Point of Light blog.
Yes.
It's packed with even more tips and resources
It is a great article.
to help you make the most of the season. And remember, fall is more than just a season.
It is.
It's a chance to reconnect with yourself, set intentions, and create a life that really reflects, who you are and what you want. So go ahead, embrace that crisp air,
The vibrant colors.
the vibrant colors, and the transformative energy of fall.
Yeah.
And most importantly, don't be afraid to let go of what's no longer serving you.
Right.
Who knows what amazing things might bloom in its place?